The roar of the impending crowd is still hours away, echoing only as a distant ghost in the rafters. But here in the quiet shadows backstage, the real work begins. This is the critical, unseen crucible where preparation meets passion in a violent collision of talent and intent. For any performer aiming for lasting impact, the minutes before stepping into the spotlight are not merely a countdown, they are sacred. This is the narrow window where the ego is stripped away and the craft is sharpened to a razor's edge. For this champion vocalist, that time is spent not just tuning instruments, but tuning souls. He moves through the dim light with a heavy sense of purpose, understanding that the stage is a demanding altar that requires a total sacrifice of the self. The silence is not empty. It is pregnant with the weight of the stories about to be told through song. Every breath taken in this hallowed space is a deliberate act of fortification, a gathering of internal strength before the public outpouring. It is in this stillness that the foundation of greatness is poured, invisible to the ticket holders but felt in every vibration of the coming performance. The air within the rehearsal space is thick, almost viscous with anticipation, and the rich, velvety sound of layered harmonies that defy gravity. The initial segment of this gathering is pure rehearsal, an intense, unrelenting run-through of deeply moving tracks that bridge the gap between the earthly and the divine. We hear the raw, powerful expressions of belief, specifically the haunting refrain of the Holy Ghost, a kind of soulful improvisation that can only emerge from a profound ancestral connection to the material. This isn't just singing, it's an outpouring of conviction, led by a voice that knows how to command emotion with the authority of a storm. The vocalists don't just hit notes, they inhabit them, turning the rehearsal room into a sanctuary of sound. Each "I got the Holy Ghost" is a rhythmic heartbeat, a declaration of spiritual identity that vibrates through the floorboards. It is a primal communication, a language beyond words where the melody serves as the vessel for an ancient, unyielding truth. In this moment, the technicalities of the music fade into the background, replaced by a spiritual urgency that demands total presence from every singer involved. As the formal rehearsal segment concludes, the atmosphere undergoes a tectonic shift, moving from the mechanical to the metaphysical. The artist gathers his team, musicians and vocalists alike, for a moment of crucial, laser-like focus. He understands with a veteran's clarity that technical proficiency is just the baseline, the mere entry fee for the stage. True connection requires something far deeper, a radical alignment of spirit. He looks into the eyes of his team, seeking not just a backup band but a unified organism. The transition is palpable. The frantic energy of getting it right is replaced by a steady, grounding pulse of being right. This is the moment where the how of the music is eclipsed by the why. He demands a shift in consciousness, pulling everyone away from the distractions of the venue and into the center of their shared mission. The room becomes a vacuum where only the intention of the music exists. It is a transition from being performers to being messengers, a necessary evolution that ensures the upcoming show will be more than a spectacle. It will be a shared experience of profound depth and unshakable unity. He gently leads the group through simple vocal exercises, encouraging deep, diaphragmatic breathing and a total release of physical tension. The instruction is precise yet compassionate, the mark of a leader who understands the fragility of the human instrument. The goal here is not merely hitting the high notes or demonstrating range. It is about synchronizing the internal rhythm of every single member in the room. As they inhale together, they become a single lung, breathing life into the vision. The band follows suit, adjusting tempos and keys with a delicate touch, listening intently to the nuances of the vocalists, a crucial exercise in collective humility and synergy. This is the mechanics of unity in action. The bass player's heart begins to beat in time with the drummer's pulse, while the singer's vibrations align until the dissonance vanishes. It is a masterful display of synchronization, where individual excellence is surrendered to the power of the whole. This synchronization acts as an invisible tether, ensuring that when they eventually step onto the stage, They move as one unbreakable force, sensitive to every shift in the music's emotional tide. In between the scales and the soaring melodic runs, the vocalist assumes the mantle of a spiritual leader, transcending the role of a mere frontman. His words are calm, direct, and incredibly reassuring, cutting through the static of pre-show nerves. He speaks not of chart performance, ticket sales, or the accolades of the industry, but of purpose and service, the ministry inherent in their music. He reminds them that they are there to serve the audience, to provide a vessel for healing and joy. He ensures every single person in that small room feels valued, heard, and confident in their shared objective. This is leadership in its form, the ability to elevate others by connecting them to a cause greater than themselves. He speaks of the impact they will have, framing the performance as a sacred duty rather than a professional obligation. By centering the conversation on ministry, he removes the pressure of perfection and replaces it with the freedom of authenticity. The team doesn't just feel like employees. They feel like disciples of a musical movement, galvanized by a leader who values their souls as much as their skills. Pressure is an invisible weight that can crush a performance before it even starts, but knows the secret to its dispersal. When tension occasionally mounts, perhaps during a difficult bridge or a missed cue, a quick, sharp joke or shared laughter over a slight misstep dissolves the pressure instantly. This isn't a distraction, it's a strategic release valve. This leadership style fosters a high-trust environment, proving that profound, high-stakes work can still be done with a sense of joy and levity. The laughter echoes against the walls, humanizing the process and reminding everyone that they are allowed to be imperfect in the pursuit of greatness. It breaks the paralysis of fear. By embracing the small mistakes in rehearsal, he grants the team the permission to fail, which ironically leads to the most fearless performances. This lightness of spirit is infectious, turning a high-pressure situation into a playground of creative exploration. The team relaxes their shoulders, their voices open up, and the music begins to flow without resistance. They learn that the greatest strength is found in a relaxed heart, and that joy is the most powerful conductor of musical energy. As the session nears its inevitable end, the individual vocal lines begin to weave together with an almost supernatural precision, creating a tapestry of sound that is simultaneously powerful and fragile. The energy in the room has visibly transformed from a collection of parts into a singular, glowing entity. The nervousness that once haunted the corners of the room has evaporated, replaced by a quiet, collective confidence and a profound spiritual readiness. You can hear the lock, that rare moment where the harmonies become so tight they create a third, phantom voice. This is the sonic manifestation of their internal alignment. It is a beautiful, shimmering wall of sound that feels both ancient and immediate. The tapestry is woven with threads of struggle, hope, and triumph, reflecting the journey of every person in the room. This isn't just a sound, it is an environment. It surrounds the listener, offering a glimpse of the transcendent experience that awaits the audience. The air feels charged, as if static electricity is dancing between the singers, signaling that the preparation is complete and the vessel is finally ready to be filled with the spirit of the live performance. Fear thrives in isolation, but in this backstage sanctuary, Roberts ensures that no one stands alone. The rehearsal acts as an eradication of the lone performer myth, replacing it with a fortress of communal support. Every word of affirmation he offers is a brick in that fortress. As they run through the set, the singers look at one another, finding strength in the shared struggle of the vocal runs. They are no longer individual artists worried about their own reputations. They are a phalanx, ready to face the judgment of the public together. This sense of belonging is the ultimate antidote to stage fright. When a singer feels the literal vibration of their teammates' voice against their own, the fear of not being enough disappears. They become enough because the collective is more than enough. His final look around the room is a silent pact, a promise that they will rise or fall as one. This psychological safety is the secret ingredient to their excellence. It allows them to take risks on stage that they would never take alone, pushing the boundaries of their art because they know they have a safety net of brothers and sisters standing directly behind them. This backstage ritual is the hidden architecture of musical excellence, the blueprint that determines the height of the eventual skyscraper. It ensures that when the curtain finally rises and the lights blind the performers, the audience will not just witness a professional performance. They will experience a unified, heartfelt, and unforgettable event. The foundation has been laid with intentionality, built upon the pillars of vocal health, mental clarity, and spiritual grounding. Most performers focus on the what, but focuses on the how and the who. By the time they head toward the stage, the rehearsal has done exactly what it was meant to do. It has forged a team ready in mind, body, and spirit. The excellence seen on stage is merely the tip of the iceberg. The massive, stabilizing weight of their preparation lies beneath the surface, unseen by the cheering fans. This intentional warm-up is the difference between a good show and a life-changing experience. It is the rigorous discipline that allows for the appearance of effortless grace. Every note they will sing tonight is supported by the hours of invisible work, ensuring that their message resonates deeply with everyone in attendance. The time for talk and tuning has ended. The stage door beckons. As they make their final ascent toward the blinding spotlight, there is a noticeable shift in their collective aura. The team moves with a rhythmic, steady confidence, their footsteps echoing the tempo of the music still ringing in their ears. Offers a final smile, a brief word of affirmation that acts as a seal on their preparation. They are no longer just a group of musicians. They are a unified force of nature, spiritually aligned and mentally focused on the mission ahead. The rehearsal has served its purpose, transforming individual nerves into a singular, burning flame of excitement. As they step out and the first chord strikes, the foundation they built in the shadows holds firm. The audience feels the impact immediately, a wave of sincerity and power that can only come from a team that has already won the battle backstage. This is the legacy of Roberts, a leader who knows that the greatest performances are not won on the stage, but in the quiet, intentional moments before the world starts watching. They step into the light, not to seek glory, but to share the spirit they found together in the dark.